What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today we're going to talk about yet another opportunity in the cryptocurrency market. Now remember, I always like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor, but rather I always try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. And today we're going to talk about Clifford Inu, the new token that launched on Wednesday, so only 4 days ago. That's part of the Inuyasha Launchpad. So Inuyasha did launch Clifford Inu after launching Guzzler just a few weeks ago, and both tokens have been an extreme success. So let's go ahead and discuss about what this token has been presenting in terms of opportunities, why I like the tokenomics, and again, it's another ERC20 based token that you could buy on Uniswap. But again, always only invest money into the crypto space that you are willing to lose so you can, again, stomach the volatility on the way up and on the way down. So let's go ahead and make my screen a little smaller here so you guys can look at the price action overall. But this thing has been on absolute fire. Now it's finally cooling down a little bit, but it went. Mind you, this token launched on December 15th. In the last 4 days, it has gone up over, and I kid you not, thousands of percentage points. People have over 100x their initial investment from the launch day. But it's just been on a parabolic rise, and it has a lot to do with the tokenomics that are presenting with this fantastic token. So again, some of you might see it just as another meme token, but honestly, with what they're doing in the community and how quickly they are growing, it's pretty substantial, and I do believe with their tokenomics, they could become a pretty big hit. Since I put out my buy alert, most of the Patreon members have either 5x to 10x their money, which is absolutely amazing. So again, I always like to give a shout out to the Patreon page. Make sure you guys go ahead and join us. For those of you who are partaking in the 1K to 10K challenge, I've had multiple and numerous DMs, direct messages saying, Ahmed or YourPOP, guess what? I've completed the 1K to 10K challenge for the month of December, and today is only the 19th. That was yesterday's of the 18th of December. So congratulations to everyone. If you haven't already, check out the link in the description and join us on Patreon, guys. This, again, is providing some really big opportunities for our community because regardless, bear or bull market, money is being made in the crypto space, so don't miss out any further. Now, after we look at the price action, you guys see that it peaked right around 20,000 Satoshis, we'll call it. And then it's pulled back down all the way to about 8,900 right now. So again, buying opportunities, right? If you're trying to find a support line or trying to figure out what might be a good entry point, we know that there's strong support right around 7,700. We hit it once and then a second time. So today we might test that same support before we bounce off of it and go back to all-time highs and beyond. So let's go ahead and look at Clifford Inu and why this token really is doing something pretty special. So first and foremost on their website, cliffordinu.io. You see they have presented their white paper and things alike. But remember, always look at tokenomics. So they have the buy and sell taxes, pretty common, but they're higher than typical. 14% liquidity tax for the sells, 10% for the buys. All right, 4% for marketing, and then 5% from the selling side. Pretty common, standard across most tokens, maybe a little bit of a higher tax though, that is actually being fed into the liquidity pool. So again, you can kind of read what about Cliff and how it became, a token, their team, but specifically the use case is what I really like. Clifford not only grows inwards, but outwards as well. He will not only be growing through buying Cliff supply, because that's the thing. Again, it's deflationary with a constant rebuying that they do. And I'm going to talk about that on their white paper in just a moment. But you can see here, they will be using a portion of the marketing funds to create his own investment portfolio. So again, it's kind of like a little hedge fund that diversifies into different assets. Clifford will be investing in blue chip NFTs, stable staking, big and medium cap altcoins, yield farms, the occasional high risk, high reward plays. Profits will be reinvested into Clifford itself, as well as developing our project. Moreover, this strategy opens the doors towards partnerships with other projects that might support by investing in and growing our community through partnerships. So guys, you could see yesterday they made their first purchase, which was a Bored Ape. Cliff has made its first Bored Ape purchase and holds a very appropriate red ape, funny enough. One of the utilities of the token is buying into these kind of assets in the NFT space, which could one day become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So guys, remember, they are already showing that they are building their use case day by day. So let's go ahead and talk about the tokenomics that is interesting everybody in the community, because they're like, how is this working? How do they keep doing this buyback mechanism? And this is exactly how it works per their white paper. A user swaps Ethereum for Cliff or vice versa, Cliff for Ethereum, on Uniswap and gets taxed a liquidity fee. There's that tax fee. Cliff uses the liquidity fee to acquire tokens over time, when the burn function is called automatically or manually. There's two options. They have a manual option to call for that auto liquidity feature, or they have the burn function, and it's either manual or automatically triggered. The starting rate of acquisition will be 0.25% per hour, but is subject to change as the community grows and the transaction volume increases. Well, guess what? Cliff buys and Cliff sells have a 10% on buys, 15% on sells, which goes, of course, into the liquidity pool. The liquidity pool then goes into the liquidity pool burns, and then the burns remove Ethereum and Cliff tokens from the pool and buy tokens with them and burn them as well. So it's like this feedback loop, right? You guys like to hear about feedback loops, I'm sure, which ultimately it ends up helping continue the positive price action over time. And it's slow and steady. It's nothing that's too parabolic. Well, that is all until we see buying pressure in the overall market. So we saw it here yesterday. We went from right around 10,000 Satoshis, we'll call it. So 301, all the way up. It doubled in literally the span of, you could count it there, just a few hours. This thing and its mechanism and its tokenomics are special. And I think we're finally seeing what it could really do for the community, because I know a lot of people have been making insane gains in Cliff. So I would recommend everybody at least consider reading their white paper so you understand what they're trying to do. Some of the features with the automatic true burns at set timeframes, they're continuously burning tokens out of supply. Meaning, again, in turn, less token in supply. Hopefully the demand continues or increases, which in turn is helping the price action continue to improve. Total, the daily volume, guys, realize that is $27 million exchanging hands. The total liquidity is almost at $10 million. Relative to the total market cap, that's a very healthy liquidity that they have. That's why you're seeing, when someone does a 5, 10, 15, 20 ETH sell, it doesn't affect the chart as much as some of the other tokens that I've aforementioned on the channel. So folks, all I'm saying is do your research and do your due diligence on Cliff, because I think it's going to be providing some really big opportunities, because I think, again, based off what I've seen, if they can hold support here and we continue to see this mechanism work and buying pressure as the overall tokens at 6,000 holders, and it's 3 days old, for goodness sake, with an $83 million total market cap. That's not the diluted, that's the actual market cap. What's going to happen in a week, in a month, as this becomes more mainstream, as they get more media attention, because they haven't even received any of that yet because it's so new. It's reminding me a lot of Shinja, but we'll see what happens when time continues, as we hopefully continue to see buying pressure increase and seeing this token really just begin to start taking off. But the idea of a miniature hedge fund like token with their tokenomics and what they have on their white paper, I think is pretty significant, and I would highly recommend everyone do their research on it. I've invested a pretty significant amount of money in, and I'm very thankful that I did, and I know a lot of my Patreon members did as well. So again, check out the link in the description. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Their website will be linked below, as well as the Twitter. Go ahead and check out what they have coming. But that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, everybody, keep investing. Peace.